Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. So here we are again, and I think we're going to mix it up this time. We're going to taste wine today. We're going to do that because it's good for you and it's fun and everybody loves it. What do I want to do today? Today's show was once again, just like yesterday, requested by a viewer. Yesterday, remember, I mentioned join the forums. Many of you did. Many of you have not, but you're the ones missing out, so what am I going to do? But I also said in the comments to mention the show you wanted. So a comment came in, comment 48, by your friend and mine, Java Monkey, and he said, how about doing budget Cabernets from big wineries? I know it's not as sexy and as fun as the higher priced wines, but this would be more useful to me. Just going to stop it right there. Java Monkey, amongst at least another 20 to 40 other people, also wanted lower priced budget wines, so that's what we're going to do today. And then continue to say, since these are the type of wines that I might stock up on for daily drinking. True. I'd like to get Gary's take on a couple of the wines I've already tried, and also his opinion on a couple of wines I haven't. So he wanted me to try the Rosemount Cabernet, the Columbia Crest Cabernet, the Mondavi Barrel Private Select, and the BV Coastal Cab. I also threw in two others that I've been getting a lot of chatter about. One is the Foxglove, 90 points Parker, $10, Chardonnay from California. Super excited. And the other is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, the Wolf Trap from South Africa. So we're going to do that. I'll get into those wines in a little bit. Let's talk about some announcements. What's going on this week? I will not be staying in Boston for the Patriots game. I will be staying in Providence, and I'm looking for a wonderful restaurant to take me and my crew, including my parents who've never been to a road playoff game, for a nice dinner. So, anybody, I need all the Rhode Island heads or anybody who's ever been in Providence to give me some suggestions. Please put it in the comments. It'll be easier for me to do it that way. Also, number two, I work. You may not think so, but I do. And I've been working very, very hard on the Vayniac t-shirt grand prize. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and there's a lot of new viewers, so I'll bring it up again. Right above me, you'll see a link, 2007 Vayniac t-shirt contest. Click it, it'll give you all the details. I don't have all day. But the grand prize is a 3-day weekend for you and another person in California with me. And I can tell you right now, I've already lined up a dinner and a VIP tasting and an extraordinary winery in California. It will be the tasting event of your life, and that's already just one piece of the puzzle. So I'm hard at work creating the ultimate grand prize. Please enter. You got to get real creative because some of the stuff I've already seen and have been hyped upon is outrageous, out of this world. Finally, tomorrow's Friday, laid back Friday, but I'm going to be intense because there's a big game. But I will be answering a lot of viewer questions. I see some stuff in there already. Please, top right corner of the website, above the video, go to the Ask Wine Library section, click that link. Please ask a question if you want me to do it tomorrow. And you can answer questions as well. I see a nice, answering and asking going on in there. It's really, really cool. All right, let's get into wine. And you're going to notice something very interesting. I've been giving this a lot of thought, obviously, because we're now 160 shows in or so. On the format, you will be seeing me tasting wine for probably here on out of this. And this is the Riedel tasting glass. It's a glass that I use quite a bit when I taste wine at home and in other places. I've used it a lot of tastings and different events. It's really Riedel's all-purpose glass. It might not be as pristinely perfect as the individual glasses for each wine, but it is a great tasting glass. Really allows you to evaluate a lot of wines in a short period of time. And this is the glass I'm going to. It's shaped awkwardly, but it's effective and I like it. It also allows me to do things like this in the future if I want to. That would have been awesome if I could have hit that. And so this is the glass I'm going to, and these are available for sale. So if you're really getting into wine, you're tasting a lot of stuff, I would recommend it. Otherwise, it's probably not exactly what you need. And so I've been babbling. Interesting. Wow, that was cool. Maybe the Jets are going to win now. I'm looking for all kinds of signs. Anything means the Jets are going to win, because those Patriots are very tough. I have a lot of respect. Foxglove, 2005 Chardonnay from Edna Valley, and I'm super excited to try this because this has been completely hyped out of its mind by so many of the people in the store, customers, and lots of other people. Usually at a tasting, they'll pour you only up to here, but I can pour as much as I want because I'm the boss. Anyway, $10, 90 Parker. I mean, that is a dream. You get straight garbage for $10 Chardonnay out of California. So if Mr. RP thinks this is a 90 pointer, it's got to be darn good. I hope it is. The color is, nice, not too dark actually, pretty light for a Chardonnay in color. I'm getting a little bit of a golden apple, little pear, outside of a pear coming through. The alcohol's coming through. There's definitely clear-cut oak, 14.5 in alcohol. The alcohol's coming through on the nose. It's kind of burning inside the nostrils a little bit if you want to give yourself a picture of that. But it's nice. It's got some nice integrated oak on the nose, not too much. This is made by the Varner Winery, who I think makes some of the best Chardonnays in all of California. I love the B Block Chardonnay. This wine is all right. I think the alcohol is coming through very obviously on it. I do get pear flavors, which are very nice and integrated. I also get a hint of like an orange, almost like taking an orange peel and shaving it, and just like, the orange peel shavings. I'm sure all of you practice that at home. I'm getting a little bit of that flavor profile on the palate as well. Flinty, a little bit less oak than many of the California Chardonnays, and I like that, but the heat is very overpowering. I think the alcohol is much more obvious in this wine than I'd like to see. There's a little hint of citrus, a little hint of pineapple. It's not so remarkable for me. I'm going to score this wine 87 points. It's very solid, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't blow me away. Definitely doesn't change my life, and so let's move on. This was shocking to me. Rosemount's got a new bottle, and it's pretty cool. It's got a square end. I don't want to pour wine on myself, but this is the 2005 Rosemount Cabernet. It's a $10 bottle of wine, or so, and then, Rosemount is one of the great wineries from southeastern Australia. They put together a lot of great wines, especially on the high end. We've had the regular Shiraz on the show very early on. Was one of the classic moments of Wine Library TV. And here's the Cabernet. Great color. Very, very dark, which is nice. The nose is pretty thin, a little bit of greenness coming through. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of onion grass and asparagus, which is, okay, nothing horrible. Medium-bodied wine. Tastes like Cabernet, which is a good sign since it is. Other than that, it's not my favorite thing that I've ever tasted. It's very one-dimensional. It's got some very austere dirt and green flavors, which would make it very obvious to me there's a lot of people who wouldn't love this style. I would go 82 points on this. Let's move on. BV Coastal, 2004, Private Cellars. And this is a $7 wine. BV, very legendary name. Good people over at BV. We like them. And very legendary winery. I'm sure many of you have had this wine. What's great about Java Monkey's selections are Cabernet is by far the most popular red grape in the U.S. These are 4 wines that are practically, I mean, I know we've got fans from Thailand and from the Himalayas and from under the ocean and Panama and China, Hong Kong, and Canada. And we've got fans from all over the place, and these wines can be found by everybody. Just everybody. Okay, very similar nose to the Rosemount. It's, there's just something about these under $10 wines a lot of times, especially when they're Cabernet. You can almost taste the artificial flavor in the nose that was added. The nose is different. It's like, God, if I could put the right word on it, it's like that extract nose. I don't know exactly how I want to articulate this, but you can just smell right away that, it's like that Febreze. There's that Febreze smell. That smell that you get after you did something wrong in the bathroom and then you spray it to fix that wrong. Well, that's the smell you sometimes get on these under $10 wines. Get that on the bouquet. It's that artificial coming out of a can smell. A little bit of sour cherry. Again, medium-bodied Cabernet. Not offensive. Better than the Rosemount. I'm going to score this wine 84 points, 85 points, in that range. Not bad. I mean, definitely something that if you're at one of those national chains and they've only got 5 different wines and you want a glass of something, I don't think it's going to destroy you, but make sure you order spicy chicken wings. All right. Robert Mondavi, 2005. Private Selection Cabernet Sauvignon, $8 US. And I don't have to tell you much about Mondavi. I think you all know it's way up there in the Hall of Fame. He is the Vince Lombardi of Napa Valley. And, he's really, really, really an amazing person. And the whole family, good people. And, they've sold out the company. And so this is now brought in by Constellation. Mondavi Private Selection. This legitimately smells like some of the White Zinfandels we did on the White Zinfandel show. And I'm not even joking. You might remember that I mentioned the fake Jolly Rancher fruit. Well, that was watermelon last time. This is grape Jolly Rancher on the nose. I mean, way to segue from the fake fruit noses, huh? Actually, not horrible. Not horrible. I'm just trying to think about what to say about this wine because it actually performed a little bit better in my mouth than I expected, given the nose. I thought it was going in that direction. It is a little bit, high C, like I like to say, but there is some blackberry, and there is some actual real black pepper in the mid-palate as well. Comes across okay. The finish is actually pretty solid as well. 86 points on this, which is not horrible. Definitely the best of the first 3, no doubt about it, so far. So I'm pretty excited about that. Not bad. Let's move on. Columbia Crest, 2003, Cabernet Sauvignon. And Columbia Crest, this is the Grand Estates. This has gotten some great press in the past. They've become very good at producing under $10 Washington State Cabernet. So I'm excited to see what this is all about. So many people think Columbia Crest is California. I even think, did Java Monkey say it was a California Cab taste-off? Not sure. But definitely the best color of the 3, no doubt about it. The tightest nose. These wines have been open for about 2.5 hours. Yeah, not much coming through. A little subtle oak, a little blackberry, a little black currant. Has made his appearance. An obnoxious amount of oak in this wine. But, barring that, pretty darn good. The most body weight, the best on the fruit, on the palate, the most lush on your palate, the silkiest finish. I actually like this wine. It's not horrible. It's over oaked. And there's a lot of people who would hate that, but so many others who won't. And if you don't mind oak and you like black cherry soda, like I do, you'll score this wine 87 points like I did. And again, nice job by Columbia Crest and Mondavi. I was really not horrible. I mean, I'll be very honest. Here's my real statement. Don't drink any of these wines. I mean, there is better wine out there, in my opinion, than all of them. Columbia Crest is kind of tricky, but the oak is over the top. But none of these wines, in my opinion, are as good as many of the wines we've had in this show in the similar price range. All right, this should be interesting. I'm dying to see what this is all about. This is the Bokken Loft Cloth, the Wolf Trap. Bokken Klootskopf from Good Hope, South Africa. So I'm excited to try this. This is a wine that's been getting some interesting hype. It's been written up in a lot of newspapers nationally. Scored 86 points from the Wine Spectator. It's 65% Syrah, 19% Cinsault, which is a Southern Rhone grape, 11% Mourvedre, which is also Southern Rhone, and 5% Viognier, a white grape that usually does wonders for the nose. This is $7 US, 86 points Wine Spectator. Right off the bat, I'm in a good place. I mean, you could taste the Viognier. Viognier with Shiraz, a lot of times when they combine, give you a very obvious bacon flavor on the nose. And I love bacon. And so, that I enjoy. I'm also getting a little bit of light wood, little oak, and real obvious bacon. And a little hint of, almost like lox with capers. I mean, I know that's out there, and but it's coming through. Or maybe I'm just thinking about breakfast with the bacon. I'm not sure, but my mind's playing tricks on me. Wow. It's hard to make great, well, let's not get silly now. It's hard to make extremely solid wine for $7. I mean, look how beautiful this wolf is. You know they had to pay the designer something. It's a nice bottle. I know that's more expensive than, let's say, this bottle. The screw top, that's right, more expensive than the cork. And to come then, with all that being said, and put out this effort, which is 10 to 20 to 30% cheaper than the other wines that we tasted today, is just a clear indication of where the world's going. South Africa, now maybe it's labor and maybe equipment and taxes and U.S. politics and who knows what will make a California wine more expensive to produce that maybe the government's subsidizing in South Africa. I'm not positive, but I've got to tell you, this wine is spectacular. It's got tremendous body on the mid-palate. It's very dominated by a bacon flavor, and so there's not a lot of fruit, and there is some austereness, and there's just some dryness and some awkwardness throughout the wine, which I find extremely charismatic. I like it a lot. It's different. It's doing things to my palate that I'm not used to, and it's really, really an interesting wine. It makes me think much more of a good $15 to $26, where did I get that range, Rhone wine than anything else. Much more food-friendly, very vibrant, bright, very spicy, too. This is a joke. I mean, I'm going to score this wine 89 plus. It's just not a 90-point wine, but it's $7. And that, to me, makes it a screaming value. Now, I'm going to preface this. I know everybody's going to run out and now want to seek this out. This is not for everybody. If you're a huge, over-oaked, big fruit bomb wine fan, you're not going to love it. If you're completely traditional, old school, old world, you might not like it as well because there's also some new world capacity to this wine. The Shiraz Viognier is much more like Australia than I would say a Hermitage, Côte-Rôties, things like that. bacon. I mean, lots and lots of bacon. Okay, so 1 point for South Africa, 0 points for the U.S. How's that? The Chardonnay was pretty good. Curtis Martin's in the house. Don't forget him, Jet fans. He's the one that built the foundation of the teams that are now making the situation that we all enjoy. And the question of the day. I have a link over here. It's to your right. It's a link to a website that my good friend, and your good friend too, because there is no Wine Library TV without Eric Kastner, told me about. It's called Hype Machine. You should check it out. If you like music, you'll easily figure out how to enjoy this. It brought me to a question, and something I've been thinking about a lot. The difference between Eric and I and some of the people in the office. And so I'm going to put it into Wine Library terms. Here is my question. It's a 3-part question. I want everybody to answer it. 1, who referred you to Wine Library TV? 2, who have you referred to Wine Library TV? And 3, and it's kind of, you can't answer this one if you've answered the other 2, is have you not referred it to anybody? I'm going to tell you why. Because when Eric told me about the Hype Machine, I kind of had to figure it out myself. Eric's unbelievable on the internet. He knows every site. I mean, he told me about YouTube like the day it opened and things like that kind of stuff. I found out by accident. I think I looked over his shoulder. I do a lot of private eye work with him. But it's an amazing site. Eric finds the best sites in the world, and he doesn't tell me. He tells some people, sometimes you tell me to stop. But mainly he doesn't. I got Hype Machine and told everybody. So I'm the kind of guy that wants to tell everybody about a cool new site. What kind of guy or gal are you? Did you tell everybody? Who told you? Give credit and use their screen name in the comments. Who brought you to the table? Because they need a little love. You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world big time, aren't we?